Good Wednesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The City of Wenatchee hearing examiner will hold a public hearing concerning Grace City Church's K-12 private school, Garden City Academy. According to project managers, the girls' varsity softball field at Triangle Park is still on schedule to be completed in August. Clouds and rain in the forecast over the next few days with very strong winds at times. More coming up in your weather forecast. A former teacher at Brewster Elementary School was sentenced Monday to nearly 5 years in prison after his arrest in a child sex abuse sting operation. 53-year-old Theodore Edward Dodge received a prison term of 58.5 months in Cowlitz County Superior Court. Last October, Dodge responded to a decoy operation managed by the Washington State Patrol, which created phony online accounts with false offers to sexually exploit an underage victim. Dodge traveled to Cowlitz County for one such offer where he was arrested. He pleaded guilty last month to one count of second-degree attempted child rape. Prior to his arrest, Dodge had been a teacher at Brewster Elementary School since 2016. Wenatchee Valley police agencies are asking for the public's help to locate a missing Chelan woman. Adriana Nunez Gutierrez is 37 years old. She was last seen at her home in Chelan on February 15th, nearly 2 weeks ago. The Chelan County Sheriff's Office says Adriana has not been heard from since about 2 a.m. on the 16th. Deputies describe her as 5 feet 3 inches tall and about 110 pounds. They say they have no description of her clothing and her whereabouts are unknown. If you have information to help find Adriana Nunez Gutierrez, call the Sheriff's tip line at 667-6845. The City of Wenatchee hearing examiner will hold a public hearing concerning Grace City Church's K-12 private school, Garden City Academy. Grace City intends to use King's Orchard's Church of Christ building on Orchard Avenue for the school, which would accommodate a maximum of 350 students and 25 teachers and staff. This is the second time the city has scheduled a hearing for the conditional use permit, as the original meeting, which was set for January 9th, was canceled after the city asked the church to provide additional information. The city asked for Grace City to provide information on any exterior lighting proposed for the building, a traffic impact analysis, and to respond to the over 90 pages of public comments submitted ahead of the January meeting. The new hearing date is scheduled for Tuesday, March 26th at 3 p.m. in the Wenatchee City Hall Council Chambers. A cyber attack on Change Healthcare, a medical prescription processing system, has affected pharmacies nationwide, including 8 local pharmacies in the Wenatchee Valley. While the system hack seems to affect every pharmacy differently, the majority are now unable to bill insurance for prescriptions, forcing customers to pay out of pocket. The Washington State Office of the Insurance Commissioner is advising people to contact their insurance company directly and say they may be reimbursed later if they're forced to pay out of pocket while the system's cyber attack remains unresolved. The 3 members of the Apple Blossom Royal Court made their first official trip to represent the festival on Tuesday, and it was a big one. Queen Ella Stimmel and her 2 princesses made a junket to the Washington State Capitol, where 12th District Senator Brad Hawkins showed them around and conducted a brief interview.
Well, let's talk about the Apple Blossom Festival. What are the dates coming up? Pretty soon, right?
So April 25th to May 5th.
Okay, so 2 weeks of festival, and
yes.
Why don't you tell people, like, what are some of the fun things that you like to do? Janissa, let's start with you.
Absolutely. So I gotta say, probably my favorite thing would have to be the Grand Parade. I think it's such an amazing way to see so many aspects of our amazing community. There's all sorts of different cultures that go on and different just companies and groups that are represented, and I just think it's amazing to watch.
Okay, how about you?
I love the food fair.
Oh, yeah.
I love food so much, and there is so much food. There is something for everybody, and it's so fun to go with my family because they're all foodies as well.
Oh,
so
yeah.
we just have so much fun trying all the different foods.
Yeah. And Lexi?
One of my favorite activities in Apple Blossom is the carnival that we hold. It's, I heard it's like the 7th biggest in the
seventh.
state,
wow.
but that's really cool. But I'm super excited to go to that this year and see all the little kids, and then I'm really excited for the kiddie parade that we get to be in and just see all the little elementaries come out and their bands and everything.
And the junior royalty.
Yes,
That's pretty
of
cool.
course. I'm excited for that too.
It's probably so fun that so many people, especially young girls, aspire to be like you. That's really awesome.
When we come back, Chelan County PUD customers may receive their billing statements late this month due to a cybersecurity event with a national company. And the Eastmont School District is exploring how to teach their younger students what to do in emergency situations. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
The Lake Chelan Chamber of Commerce presents Wonders of Wooden Avenue.
As Chelan's premier lifestyle store, Willow, find unique home decor, clothing, jewelry, and more. Come visit for a welcoming and memorable shopping experience.
Lake Chelan Sports is the place to find top brands like Hoka, Ons, Patagonia, and now a full line of Warrior products. With excellent customer service, Lake Chelan Sports has what you need.
Wonders of Wooden Avenue, North Central Washington's premier shopping district.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
The day after I met her, I called and asked her to go on a date with me, and we came to Abby's Pizza for our first date.
Eating it across from each other, I'll never forget it. This place is special.
It's barbecue chicken pizza season at Abby's Legendary Pizza, baby. Featuring our flavorful pizza sauce and a 3-cheese blend, layered with BBQ sauce, chicken, and onions. Order your hot and fresh feast now at abbys.com. A legendary pizza tradition.
Now there are even more reasons to meet at the Pybus Market. Outdoor dining and tastings, the fabulous Farmers Market, Saturday artisans on the concourse, and your favorites all week long. No matter the reason, it's always time to meet at the Pybus Market. Pybus Market, where community meets.
Chelan County PUD customers may receive their billing statements late this month due to a cybersecurity event with a national company. The PUD has a contract with a vendor to send out roughly 2,000 statements every day. However, last week, the vendor experienced a cybersecurity event and has since been unable to process statements. The PUD is investigating whether any customer information was compromised. Statements will be sent out late this month, but current balances can still be viewed and paid online or paid by mail and Dropbox. The girls' varsity softball field at Triangle Park is still on schedule to be completed in August, project managers told the Wenatchee School Board last night. The school district is working with Spokane-based firms Turner and Townsend Heery and Bernardo Wills on the project. The board approved the contract for Bernardo Wills in November and got a look at what the architectural firm has planned for the look of the fields at that meeting. The construction of the softball field is in response to a Title IX complaint that alleged unequal treatment of male and female student athletes, so project managers are ensuring elements of the field are similar to the boys' facilities. Some of the features include a synthetic turf field, opportunities for Wenatchee High School branding, a press box, and bleachers that hold about 100 seats behind the backstop. The Eastmont School District is exploring how to teach their younger students what to do in emergency situations. The district has been training staff members on emergencies from fire drills to evacuations, and last fall, the entire staff were trained on how to respond in a violent incident such as an active shooting. At the Monday night board meeting, Assistant Superintendent Matt Charlton explained what they plan to teach their students, including those in kindergarten through third grade, how to act in a violent emergency emergency scenario and how they plan to include their parents.
Before we do it with students, we're going to offer the training to parents. We're going to have an elementary night where they can come in. Any parent's going to be invited to come in and see what type of education we'll be providing our students, and then we'll do one for our secondary. So I want to give you just a little flavor of what they'll be seeing tonight. Developmentally appropriate is really the key word. What is a kindergartner ready for versus what is an 8th grader ready for? We're not going to advertise it to the hills, but if a parent doesn't feel comfortable with something or doesn't want their children to be participating, we're going to honor that parent's request. And we debated on that because do you opt your children out of fire drills? You know, it's kind of a tough one, but with this being new and such a sensitive topic, we want to honor the families.
The 2 parent information nights will be held next month, one at Cascade Elementary on March 19th, and then the following night on March 20th at Sterling Junior High, both at 6 p.m. Coming up next, the Wenatchee YMCA has raised close to $12 million so far in its effort to build a new complex at the former Chelan County PUD property downtown. We'll have more coming up next in tonight's feature story. Cloudy, wet, and windy over the next few days. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
In Digital Media Arts program, we learn about video production gear and editing by the combination of class projects and nonprofit work and employment.
It makes things happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical.
We work in the industry at the Wenatchee Road, NCWLIFE channel, and the Town Toyota Center events. Every day we work with industry standard equipment for a hands-on learning experience.
So, how's Evan?
Well, he's all grown up now, but I worry about him.
So many dangers in the world. COVID, the environment, the opioid epidemic.
Yeah, I hear opioid misuse is on the rise.
I don't even know how to start a conversation with him.
This might help. GetTheFactsRx.com. There's a whole section on how to talk about opioids with your family.
Offer support, not judgment. Cool.
Talk to your family about the dangers of opioids. Visit GetTheFactsRx.com.
Around here, Jack Frost nips more than just your nose. That's why people here drive Honda. Dependable all-wheel drive with traction control, with heated steering wheel and seats to keep Jack Frost off your seat, which will make it very happy. And since it's no fun to fill up in this weather, isn't it cool that Honda is known for legendary fuel efficiency? Great deals are here now, and so is Mr. Frost. So see your Inland Northwest Honda dealer today. Honda can handle it.
The Wenatchee YMCA has raised close to $12 million so far in its effort to build a new complex at the former Chelan County PUD property downtown. The organization's Building What Matters fundraising drive needs to hit roughly $15 million from the private sector. In tonight's feature story, YMCA Chief Dory Foster met with NCWLIFE Stan Kuntz last week to talk about the campaign's momentum.
It's a big campaign, but we knew that we could raise $15 million in the private sector. So we need about another $4 million to achieve that $15 million mark. Mm-hmm.
And there is some built-in bumpers in there, buffers, if you will, because there's always a cost overrun or unsuspecting costs that wasn't part of the original. That's all factored into the budget, isn't it?
It's factored in, and then some. Originally we were looking at the land to be donated by a master developer. Now that the PUD is the master developer, we have to buy it from them. So that added to, and so we actually topped the campaign for the community at $25 million. So part of that is we're selling our current YMCA. That will be on the market in the next 30 days. We're going after state and federal funding. So that deficit is still private funds, and we're about $4 million shy of the private fund goal.
But one way or the other, you're breaking ground in the not too distant future. Give me an update on the timeline.
Yeah, so we'll be purchasing the property before March 29th. Demo will begin in April, construction to begin in June. And we'll have a new YMCA by late fall 2025.
I can't wait.
I know.
I can't wait. How do people, our viewers, the thousands and thousands of people who are watching this very program right now, because Doria is on, how do we help you out? What do we do?
Yes, go to our website. You can set up your reoccurring or your one-time donation online via credit card. Send us a check-in, give me a call. We have a 3 to 5 year pledge period going on, so you know, if you're thinking, well, I'd love to send in $100, $1,000, I ask you to consider what that would look like over 2 to 3 years, right? So is it $1,000 a year to triple your impact? And so that's what we're asking people to do. We know that we raise funds on an annual basis to make sure that no child is denied the ability to participate. That's called Partners in Youth. That's going on right now as well. So we have 2 chances to participate. That is typical. People get out their checkbooks. Oh, it's the Y, of course. Here's your $100 for the capital campaign. We're looking a little bit deeper. What is your personal legacy to this project? Because this is once in a generation, right? Once in a century. So we're asking people to consider what that would mean to them and their family.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope your Wednesday was a good one. Boy, we talked about it being warmer today, and we had a nice warm up with all that southwesterly air moving our way. But it also brought a lot of clouds into the North Central Washington area, and we've had a lot of those clouds during the afternoon. Some scattered showers around. It's mainly to our west in western Chelan County, where we are seeing some rain and some rain mixed with snow. But a beautiful shot of the Wenatchee Valley outside our weather window, and that comes from our Omi Garden Skyfi Tower camera. Okay, we got a lot to talk about, wind being the first thing, and that's going to happen mainly today, tonight, and into Thursday. Once again, in this circled areas where we're going to see the strongest winds, but that means Omak down to Wilbur and Moses Lake. We're talking winds possibly 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts at times in that area. Wenatchee will be a little bit better shape, 20 to 25 mile an hour gusts, and that's over probably the next 24 hours or so as another storm system makes its way into the area. And it's also going to bring a punch of snow, especially into the Cascades. We will see another 12 to 16 inches of snow for Stevens Pass, and that's into Thursday. About 4 to 6 inches for Snoqualmie Pass over the next 24 hours, but it will change over to rain as our temperatures continue to stay mild. I noticed today on all of the pass cameras, the roadways were mainly bare and wet, so travel okay, but you're going to run into snow over the next couple of days. All right, back to our weather. What a day today. 54 degrees, our unofficial high temperature. That's 7 degrees above where we should be now at 47, which is our normal. 62, our record high. Beautiful winter back in 1968. 30 this morning. That's right on target where we should be for our low temperature. And our record cold set back in 1993 at 9 degrees. So far, just a trace at Pangbourne Airport. I think that will go up once we get together tomorrow again, and our snowfall still holding at 27 inches, and it looks like now it's going to stay right there. Sunrise 6:44 this morning, and the sun sets at 5:44. All right, taking a look at our temperatures as we get you into Thursday. Almost 50 degrees for Moses Lake, Freda, and Quincy. We will all see about a 5-degree cool down for our Thursday. Wenatchee 46, also 46 in Eniat, 47 in Chelan, 48 up in Omak, and 45 the high temperature tomorrow in Kashmir. But it looks like a wet one. But we thought today would be too, and the reason why, a big area of low pressure is up just off the coast of British Columbia in the Gulf of Alaska. It's bringing most of that activity that we're seeing now, and there is our next round of moisture, and that will come late this weekend into early next week. So one system moves through, and another will be right behind it. So this little one is moving through right now, kicking up some spotty winds around the area. We'll see about a 60% chance of rain showers for tonight. Most of the heavier precip will stay in western Washington. Mild too, lows in the mid to upper 30s. For Thursday, mostly cloudy. That first storm moves through. There's the bigger storm that will move in on Thursday, a 40% chance of rain. Going to cool us down a little bit too, with high temperatures in those mid 40s 40s tomorrow, and that's 45 to 50 generally for all of us as we welcome in March on Friday, coming in like a lion. Cloudy skies, a 50% chance for rain mixed with snow showers in our area. We're going to continue to cool down with lows or high temperatures rather in the low 40s. You can see that air from the north being grabbed and brought right back into our area. Kicking off our weekend Saturday, more clouds in the forecast, a 40% chance, I think, for mainly morning snow showers, and I think Saturday will be our best chance to see the white stuff. We'll see some rain mixed with snow late on Saturday, and then we can take a breather on Sunday. Mostly sunny skies for almost all of Washington, a few scattered mountain showers on Sunday. We'll stay seasonably cool on Sunday with high temperatures into those low 40s. For Monday, the next storm we talked about moving in our way, 70% chance of rain mixed with snow, lots of clouds around the Pacific Northwest, and you can see the entire state's going to see the wet stuff Monday. High temperatures only around 40 degrees, so that'll be well below where we should be. And then for Tuesday, a 50% chance for mainly morning rain and snow showers. Area of low pressure right over the top of us. We'll see just cloudy skies, I think, by afternoon on Tuesday. High temperatures a little bit better into the low 40s. Also some wind a possibility Tuesday, and we're going to stay that way, it looks like, into the middle of next week. All right, your 7-day forecast now. Very mild, 38 degrees overnight tonight, but you can see our weather changes on Thursday. A 40% chance of rain and 46, but look at our low, almost 10 degrees cooler than what we will see overnight tonight. We're going to continue with those scattered rain mixed with snow showers as we get you into Friday, also the start of our weekend. High temperatures in those low 40s, and we'll stay cooler than normal on Sunday with mostly sunny skies. Cloudy. This looks to be our wettest day on Monday. A 70% chance of rain mixed with snow. High temperature only at 40 degrees, and then some morning rain and snow showers Tuesday, giving way to cloudy skies in the afternoon. Your high temperature then once again into the low 40s. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
A ductless unit from Carrier can keep anyone comfortable. Take Shelly, for instance. She finds me time in her new attic-turned-home gym. And with her Carrier ductless unit, the temperature is always perfect, no matter how intense her workout gets. Carrier. Total comfort, totally happy.
Turn to the experts, Carrier and Alpine Air. Heat and air, call Alpine Air. What once was old now is new to the NCWLIFE channel. Tune in for Bonanza, Superman, The Andy Griffith Show, The Beverly Hillbillies, The Invisible Man, The Lone Ranger, and The Lucy Show. Check your program guide for classic programming on NCWLIFE channel, your local TV station.
On Monday, it took a little over 2 hours for the Mariners to beat the Reds. That was 2-0. That was on Monday. Yesterday in Scottsdale, the Mariners and the Giants played for 3.5 hours, and nobody won. Ended up as a tie as we roll footage. A couple of little reminders about some of the roles that spring training plays. For one thing, George Kirby, the starting pitcher, left the game, then came back in again. In spring training, you can do that. You just saw a nice home run by Mitch Garver. He clouded a 2-run home run in the first. He's probably going to be the designated hitter. And also, Michael Chavis had a dinger that gave the Mariners a 7-5 lead. That didn't hold up. Mariners in Kansas City played in Peoria this afternoon. We'll have the score and the highlights tomorrow. Women's college basketball. Gonzaga women ranked 16th in the nation. They wrap up their regular season tonight. They're at home. They're in Spokane. They'll take on Portland. They already clinched the West Coast Conference title. They did that about a month ago. They'll tip off at 8 o'clock tonight. You can watch that on ESPNU. I can't. I don't have it. As far as men's college basketball is concerned, the Washington State men climbed 2 spots to number 19 in this week's AP poll. 3 games remaining in the regular season. All of them are at home. Coach Kyle Smith says his team knows that the goals that they set at the start of the season are within their grasp.
We hit it every day and just say we haven't done anything yet, and till we're until we're eliminated from the Pac-12 tournament, then we might be stressful. I mean, we win it, I know we're in. That's all. That's the only thing we know. If we win the Pac-12 tournament, put ourselves in a position to contend for a regular season Pac-12 title, which is, obviously the Arizona State loss hurts that chase, but that's really impressive, and that would be an unbelievable accomplishment. But even to get there in this place, so we got to, like I said, put our heads down. I don't think anyone everyone's going through it. Everyone that's, it's just, like I said, it's World Cup for Americans in basketball every year. It's that kind of attention, and it's neat to be a part of it. You got to get used to it. Programs got to get used to it. We talked about that when we got here, is playing in the postseason, and extending your season. So that's the thing. There's 19 days left till Selection Sunday, and then you want to play 3 more weeks, whatever tournament you're in. You want to keep winning. So you build that out like there's just a lot of work to do. Don't get swept up in the moment.
The Cougars, by the way, have not won the Pac-12 regular season championship since 1942. But they can do it. They got Southern Cal tomorrow night in Pullman. They'll tip off at 7:30. That'll be in the Pac-12 network. Number 23 Gonzaga will be in San Francisco tomorrow night. They'll take on the Dons. The Huskies have a home game against the Bruins tomorrow night. And Eastern can clinch at least a tie for the Big Sky title tomorrow at home against Montana. The Wenatchee Wild continue their series of games against the Eastern Conference teams, and that includes Regina. The Pats are in town tonight. The voice of the Wild, Austin Drawdy, tells me that Regina has a small problem. They can't score.
They've got one very solid scorer at the top of the lineup, Tanner Howe. He's got 72 points coming into the week. And at the same time, they don't have a ton of really high-powered offensive talent behind him, but they've got a good balance to the lineup, so they can move guys around and not lose a whole lot, depending on. Sometimes they move a guy up from the 4th line to the 2nd line. Sometimes they move some guys back. They're able to do that without really losing a whole lot around Tanner there. Special teams, probably middle of the pack. It gets a little tougher to score and be scored upon in the 3rd period, which I think is true of a lot of teams that will play this year. And in terms of volume, they're at close to the bottom of the league, so if we can limit their opportunities to what other teams have been able to, we can lock them down and pick up a couple points.
It is the Wild and Regina at the Town Toyota Center. They'll drop the puck at 6 o'clock. Real quickly, a couple of finals from state basketball today. The Okanagan girls move on to the quarterfinals. They beat Cleveland Roslyn. The final day was 53-46. Okanagan will take on Colfax tomorrow morning in the quarterfinals. That's the 2B girls at 9 a.m. And we now know that Ellensburg will take on White River in the quarterfinals. Ellensburg, of course, are looking for their 3rd straight state championship. And those are just some of the games that people are playing.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at NCWLIFE.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or call 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.